The summer breeze is your thing, go listen to Seals and Crofts, because for us sports fans, summertime is over, which means football season is upon us. And right here on NBC Montana, I'll be spending the next 9 Friday nights showcasing the best highlights from around the Treasure State. So without further ado, let's kick off the 2025 high school football season with our game of the week. Take you to the mining city, the first ever matchup on the gridiron between Butte and Gallatin, and local hero Tommy Malott enjoying this one from the stands. Bulldogs on the attack, but Brooks Vincent throws up a dangerous lob, and Bobby Gutzman makes the acrobatic interception that leads to a field goal. Raptors defense continue to feast. They nearly get the sack of Brooks Vincent. Instead, it's picked off by Carter Dowkey, who can go all the way. 10-zip visitors. Bulldogs turn for a defensive highlight. Dowkey's throw is off the mark, and Jaeger Hansen grabs it, and the junior has the Bulldogs knock it on the end zone. Can they capitalize? Not this time. Again, it's Gutzman with the gutsy INT, and Braden Matthews turns it into 6 with 10-yard scamper. 17-0 Raps. Butte gets on the board just before the half. Screen pass to Caleb Shelley is good for 21 yards and a touchdown. Time to celebrate. Okay, but on the very next play, the kickoff finds the hands of Bobby Gutzman, and he is off to the races. That's an 80-yard return for the senior captain as the Raptors get the tough road victory, 44-13. And out in Frenchtown, the Bronx were in their element tonight, stopping Big Fork's run game and forcing the wet ball in the air. But Noah Pandina makes the catch and breaks 1, 2, 3, and 4 tackles for a first down, making it easy for QB Cole Schmidt to alley-oop it to Austin Savick for a big catch. That put the first 7 on the board for Big Fork, but Frenchtown coach Hunter Johnson had other plans. Dawson Radoni came out with a bomber that would put a B2 to shame, with junior Cooper Mishad making the catch and putting the Bronx on the board. Frenchtown kept the pressure on, forcing a bad throw right into the hands of Jake Forthoffer for an easy interception, setting up Radoni for a big play to Jordan Warner, who breaks through the chaos to make a 14-7 Frenchtown, and the Bronx ride off into the sunset with the 28-7 win. And we're heading over to Missoula, where Billings Senior Bronx went up against the Big Sky Eagles right from the get-go. Big Sky's Adam Gajardo will take the Big 6, taking the Eagles soaring into an early lead. Big Sky's Cal Marceau made sure the Bronx were stopped in their tracks at every chance tonight. And back in Big Sky's possession, where Augustus Goebel ducks and dodges his way down the field, helping the hometown heroes make their way to victory. Easily the play of the night, Big Sky's Eli Kasberg lobs it with eagle-eyed precision and lands it right into the hands of senior Corrick Batt, where he takes it 70 yards home free to pay dirt. The Eagle has landed. Big Sky is holding no prisoners with the start of the season, showing they're a force to be reckoned with. The Bronx just weren't able to get an edge today. Big Sky will take it 41-3. And we're only just getting started here on Big Sky Friday nights. Plenty more highlights to come, but let's check on some scores around the state before we go to break.
Big Sky Friday nights, sponsored by
Sticking with us, let's head down the Bitterroot for a classic Class B matchup in Florence. Nothing like kicking off the season at home. It'd be nice if the entrance tunnel would open up, though. That's the least of Florence's issues, taking on Three Forks returning All-State quarterback Cannon Reichman, and it didn't take long for Cannon to show off his can, hitting Jace Wiseman on the streak, and the Wolves will finish off their first drive of the season San Antonio home style as Fleischman threads one to Gavin Etchinson, who keeps those tippy toes in bounds. Don't forget that name either. So the Falcons are in a hole, and they're just going to keep digging. Balls on the ground, not the ideal first drive of the season, and we're going the other way. And Reichman, he's just going to pick up right where he left off, staying slippery and taking Three Forks right to the goal line where the All-Stater will just keep it himself. And yeah, you're not stopping this kid from 1 yard out. Next drive, same story. Reichman connects with Etchison for his second tutty of the half, and the Falcons lay an egg in their own nest while Three Forks passes the eye test week 1. Their All-State QB scores 4 tutties, and they take it 25-13. And Montana high school football is back in Bozeman, too. It's an East-West Week 1 matchup between the Bozeman Hawks and Hellgate Knights. It's the first meeting between these two since Bozeman wiped the floor with them 49-6 back in 2018. And it only took one play for the Bozeman offense to get their first points of the season as quarterback Van Shockley connects with the big fella, Walker Rudell, on a deep ball, and he muscles his way into the end zone for a potential play of the week contender on the game's opening play. The Hawks then march down the field, and Henry Fix finds his way into the end zone to make it 13-zip Bozeman in the first. Hellgate didn't drive 3 hours to roll over, though. Knights quarterback Van Poffhausen hits receiver and future Grizz Parker Link on the whip route to make this a one-score game. Then the Knights snapped the ball over the head of the punter and set the Hawks up in the red zone where they would eventually score, but these Knights just won't quit. Poffhausen hits 6'4" Evan Pyron on a beautiful pitch and catch in between two Hawks defenders to cut the lead to 6. Bozeman would add a few more scores to make it 33-20, but towards the end of the third quarter, Mother Nature stepped in as lightning sent the game into a 30-minute delay, and we're waiting to hear from officials on if play will resume. And don't go anywhere. We're bringing back Play of the Week when we get back, and you at home will decide the winner. But let's check on those scoreboards again before we head to break.
Congratulations.
NBC Montana High School Football Play of the Week, sponsored by Republic Services.
Just like the voiceover guy said, Play of the Week is back here on NBC Montana. It's just week one, but these local athletes treat every Friday night like it's their last, and it makes for some pretty good football. Let's see our first three candidates of 2025. Our first Play of the Week comes from Three Forks' first drive of the season. Cannon Fleischman on the move, threads one to Gavin Etchison, who makes the snag while extending those tippy toes on the sideline. Reminds me of Santonio Holmes in the Super Bowl. Let's go to Class A for play number two, where Big Forks' Austin Savic's going to make a highlight-worthy check down catch, and look at all that grass in front as he can just walk it in for the Vikings touchdown. And you know we had to show Class AA some love, and how about some special teams to go with it? Ball takes a funny bounce off the turf, doesn't phase the Gallatin blocking brigade, and it doesn't phase Raptor returner Bobby Gutzman, who proceeds to take it 80 yards to the Casa. Started week one off hot, and now it's time to find our first winner. That's where you come in. Use the QR code on your screen or vote on our sports page at NBCMontana.com. Polls close Thursday, where we'll announce the winner at 10.